Welcome to our event this evening, in which we're calling it IVoT Live Aid. We're here to support our partner Fafali, who provides STEM and sports training to youths in Ghana, Africa. We've been partnered with Fafali now for going on 4 years and have been increasing that partnership over the last 12 months. We currently offer our IVoT training to their students as part of their programming in Ghana online. And we are very excited tonight to be supporting them in their work by this event, and hopefully by your contributing via the link in the description to Fafali. And we this evening are offering a couple of ways to contribute to Fafali. Number one, you can get an $11 subscription for IVoT, which is a 1-month subscription, and test out our platform. And that money will go to Fafali, and it will also go to sponsoring a student in Ghana for 1 month of our programming as well. Number two, and that's $11. The second one is a $44 subscription, which will give you 6 months of access to our IVoT platform. And we'll be explaining more about our platform if you're not familiar later on in the event. And in that case, you will also be sponsoring a student in Ghana for 6 months of financial literacy training. And then the last category we have is a $108 donation, and that's for a 1-year subscription to IVoT training, as well as sponsoring, again, a student in Ghana for 1 year of financial training. In addition, if you choose the $108 donation, we are also offering a 1-hour private training session with one of our 3 founders. You can either meet with myself for an investment training session. You can meet with Norman Schwartz, our chairman and CFO, for a personal career development session, or you can meet with Phil, our COO, for a training in business operations management. So that comes along with a $108 subscription for a year. Again, I'll tell you more about IVoT later on, but the real point of this event tonight is to give you an introduction to the amazing work that our partner Fafali is doing in Ghana, and that organization Fafali is led by Raymond. Again, it's 2 or 3 a.m. in Ghana right now, so Raymond may or may not be able to attend this particular event, but I will be sharing a video right now which will show you the work they're doing, and then I'll come back and we can discuss that work and also a very exciting opportunity they have now. They've been donated a 200-acre property to build a education academy at, and so we are looking to help them fund this new academy, which will offer a school as well as STEM and sports training, and we will be sponsoring the IVoT Financial Training Center to provide financial literacy training to students in that new academy. So all very exciting opportunities. We're really thrilled to be partnered with Fafali, and now I'm going to give you a moment to watch a brief video which shows you and tells you a little bit more about their organization. So here we go.
The Fafali organization is a registered nonprofit organization, or NGO, based in Ghana. Our primary focus is on empowering underserved and marginalized children throughout Africa, one community at a time. Presently, we are dedicated to supporting marginalized children in the Anumel and Kpoviadzi electoral areas of Ghana, typically ranging in age from 5 to 18 years old. Fafali's initiatives encompass a wide range of programs, including education, environmental and sanitation, gender equality, sports, and entrepreneurship at Fafali. Our motto is "We see, we care, we give," reflecting our commitment to positively impacting these children's lives.
So again, the point of our event this evening is to sponsor the work that Fafali is doing in Ghana. And again, they are providing, oh, and here's Raymond. Perfect timing, yay. So pull him back, Gala. I don't know why you took him off. Okay. And why don't you just make us all the same size, Gala, so we can speak for a minute. So let me introduce now everyone who's here. So Raymond, again, is the founder and head of the organization Fafali in Ghana. And so first of all, welcome, Raymond. So glad you're here. I know it's, what time is it in Ghana right now? It's
10 p.m. It's 10:07.
Oh, that's not as bad as I thought. For some reason, I
Yeah.
thought it was like 3 in the morning or something.
Nah,
Okay,
nah.
that's great. So I'm glad that then the timing of this works reasonably. So Raymond is going to speak a bunch about the Fafali organization and the exciting opportunities they have with building a new academy in Ghana, and going to show some images of what they're planning to build. But before then, I'd also like to introduce Loic Laurent. Hey, Loic, how you doing?
Hi.
Loic is IVoT's Chief Culture Officer. And again, Loic is going to present after Raymond and discuss a bit about our work with Fafali and just kind of the cultural goals we have with financial literacy at IVoT. And then I'm going to come back on again at the end and do a little bit more of a detail on what IVoT really is all about, just so you can know. But the point of this event here is to raise awareness and funds for Fafali. And as you know, this is our first time doing this. We plan to do many more of these events to support Fafali, and I look forward to that. So we're going to get this system down and really, raise a lot of money for this great work that Raymond does in Ghana with young people. I mean, really, I can't say how awesome he is and how awesome his team is. It's such an honor to be associated with them. So without any further ado, why don't we I'm going to let Raymond take over, discuss a little bit, and then Raymond, when you're ready to share screen, I guess, Gala, I'll be sharing the Mabu deck. Is that correct? She's, yes. Oh, Gala's going to share it. I forgot. Thank you. So I don't have to do that. Okay, so go ahead, Raymond, and I'm going to mute myself.
Well, thank you for this opportunity, and thank you for the fundraiser for the Fafali organization. And it's amazing what we are doing together as partners, and also promoting financial literacy here in Ghana. Financial literacy is very important, and sometimes in our part of the world, even in America, we take it for granted. And when you take it for granted, it's going to come after you. And if you can manage your finances and learn about how money works, which is very important. And IVoT has been providing the opportunity to students here in Ghana. So for that, we are grateful, and thank you for the opportunity. Fafali, just to talk a little bit about Fafali, we are after school organization, and sometimes we work with schools to provide a quality and practical education to children so that they can, expand their knowledge base. And in Africa, or in Ghana for that matter, there's a lot of theory stuff, and we think that just going to school and memorizing stuff is not going to make it for the children. So we try our best to bring practical education and different activities, and we use sports to attract the children to take education seriously. And our STEM program, our environmental program, our entrepreneurship program, all is just doing amazing. Thank you. Am I supposed to?
No. So that's fine, Raymond. That's great. What, Gala? Why don't you share the video? So let me just get on here for a minute, Gala, and let me just talk to Raymond for a moment. I want to ask you because Raymond, obviously, one of the reasons we're supporting your work is all the work you're already doing with these wonderful young students, again, ages 5 to 18, STEM and sports training. And, for example, I mean, you offer golf training, no less, to students in Ghana. And you have your 14-year-old student, Afi, is, I believe, the #1 golfer in Ghana and has been traveling to the UK. So, amazing things going on there, both in the sports and in the academic side of things, as you said, outside of the school system. And the second thing, which we're going to show a video on here in a moment, is you were, I believe, donated a 200-acre property to build an academy on. And one of the things I've learned about as a partner with you is the challenges of providing a good education and also a state-of-the-art education to students in Ghana for a number of reasons, which we can talk about maybe later. But what we wanted to do is give our viewers a picture of what you're planning to build there. It's very exciting. And again, you're looking to collect donations for this new Mabu Academy and Mabu Education. And also, we are going to be working with you to find grants, even investors and sponsorships, right? And so we believe this is a great opportunity. So any one of you who's watching this who has access to corporate sponsorship, this is going to be an amazing opportunity to sponsor the school in terms of fields, classrooms, media centers. We really are intending to work with Fafali to build a state-of-the-art educational center in Ghana. And IVoT itself will be sponsoring the IVoT Financial Training Center, where we'll be offering all kinds of financial programming to students, both live and online. And again, Mabu Education plans to be a live and online center. So Raymond, I think we have a brief video of your slide deck on the academy just to show people what the vision is, and then we can come back and talk a bit more, and then Lloyd will present.
Okay, thank you.
So you can speak to this if you want while the slides are running, Raymond.
Okay, so like you said, right now we have Afi. She's a 16-year-old girl, and she's the best female golfer in Ghana. I mean, and she's now touring the UK and plays tournaments and stuff like that. And if you go on our website was designed by our student and their teacher. So we have these kids doing amazing stuff, and we said, okay, then we need to take it a step further, and just not just after school programs. So with that, and when we were given a 200 acres of land, we said, okay, let's come together and build a state-of-the-art facility that will promote STEM education and also sports, so that when we are having these best golfers and best soccer players and tennis players, basketball players here in Ghana, we can push them to achieve greater heights in the world. So that's why we came up with the Mabu Education, which is going to be at a location, but also is going to be online, so that people all over the world can have access to this education, especially in Africa. So it's just taking what we are doing right now is just taking a step further and just promoting quality education and sports, because a lot of kids want to play sports. And when they come to the Mabo education or the school, we can also channel them to learn different stuff in the world of science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. So that is all Mabo education is all about. Thank you.
Thank you, Raymond. That's really great. By the way, Gala, I'm being told the link in the description is not clickable, so just make sure. And I see the link here in the description in the chat. Okay, that's great. So in chat, we have the link to donate. And let me just repeat that one more time. So we have 3 levels of donation we're featuring tonight. An $11 donation will give you a 1-month access to IVoT's training. And again, I'll talk a little bit more about that later, as well as a student in Ghana will be funded for 1 month. And all the $11 will go to Fafali for their good works. We then have a $44 donation, which will give you 6 months of IVoT, sponsor a student in Ghana for 6 months, and again, those funds will go to Fafali's good work. And lastly, the $108 donation category. And obviously would love you to do that. That's 1 year of access to our platform and training. And that sponsors a student in Ghana for 1 year and also gives you a 1-hour private training session with one of our founders in either investing, in professional development, or in operations management. So that's the donation categories. And again, the link is here in chat, and we will have the link featured also in the video going forward as this is all being recorded. Let's just for a little bit go back to the Academy, and then I'm going to pass this on to Loic to present. But first of all, Raymond, thank you so much. Again, I know we flew through that slide deck. Probably better, honestly, to do with slides next time. But again, I think you can see it's a really state-of-the-art facility that we're planning to build. And I just want to point out something I've learned working with Raymond and his team. You would think, even if you're in Ghana, that if you're educated and computer savvy, that you could get a job in the global online economy. And yet what you realize, and what I've realized as an online professor, is that we face blackouts in Ghana literally almost every week because the electrical infrastructure is not stable. And obviously that makes it, unless you have an independent source of electricity that's stable, it makes it very difficult to participate in the global online educational system, in global online opportunities. So one of the things that we have to do in supporting this new academy with Raymond is build an independent electrical infrastructure for the academy so that they can really participate in the global opportunities that online economy and education provide. So that's just an example of the challenges that Raymond faces in Ghana. And I can tell you, because Raymond and I are also interested in what we're doing, expanding it Pan-African. We've had conversations in Nigeria, in Sierra Leone. We have partners there that are waiting for us to bring these opportunities to their countries as well. And yet they face the same kind of simple electrical access issues. It's just an amazing problem in this 21st century that is faced by students and organizations, for that matter, in Africa. We won't go into why that's true, because that's a more, complicated topic, but we'll leave that alone for the moment. But all that being said, again, we're super proud and to be partnered with Fafali in doing this educational work. What I want to do, actually, Loic, you're going to go next. Just real quickly, I'm going to re-present the original video, since we're have people coming in and off. And then when that ends, it's a very short video about Fafali, just to end this bit. And then Loic's going to come on and has a presentation to do himself. Again, Loic is IVoT's Chief Culture Officer. So hold on one second. Let me just prepare that, and we'll watch this little intro video to Fafali. Hold on. And then Lloyd, you'll go next. Okay. So sharing, presenting, share screen. There you go. Share, and here it is. And just one more time for all you watching on YouTube, here's just again video about the great work that Fafali is doing.
The Fafali organization is a registered nonprofit organization, or NGO, based in Ghana. Our primary focus is on empowering underserved and marginalized children throughout Africa, one community at a time. Presently, we are dedicated to supporting marginalized children in the Anamal and Koviadzi electoral areas of Ghana, typically ranging in age from 5 to 18 years old. Fafali's initiatives encompass a wide range of programs, including education, environmental and sanitation, gender equality, sports, and entrepreneurship. At Fafali, our motto is "We see, we care, we give," reflecting our commitment to positively impacting these children's lives.
Oh, sorry. Again, thank you, everyone. We'll share some more at the end. But Loic, Gala, why don't we put up Loic and let him have a chance, have his moment. And again, these are the images and videos of the academy that we're planning to support Fafali in building in Ghana. A really exciting opportunity, and obviously a lot of opportunities for sponsorship and donations there. Part of what we're starting with here, and again, this is the first of many events we'll be holding to support Fafali in, again, all the great work they're doing. Why don't you bring on Lloyd, Gala?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. I think that I wanted to start by really show my gratitude to the Fafali organizations and how they are being somehow a stepping stone even for IVoT to kind of disseminate knowledge and disseminate literacy to communities that actually really needs it. And one of the things that are really impactful, or one of the things that we preach really at IVoT, is transparency, right? And transparency, you have transparency because you have clarity, and also literacy, but also clarity. And we say with each other, with the team members, that we are kind of putting those IVoT glasses, right? So it's just like really show you your finances and every choices that you are making and how they are really impactful. So what I wanted to discuss was financial clarity, and how financial clarity is kind of the path to satisfaction. Thank you. Yeah, financial clarity, the path to satisfaction. So I just want everyone to kind of picture starting each day feeling somehow at ease regarding their finances. No anxiety, no stress, and no uncertainty about your choices or even the future. And kind of this tranquility, if we can say, stems from one of a single and most powerful, really, insight, which is financial clarity. And today I will discuss how gaining insight into your financial situation can significantly enhance your peace of mind, we can say like that, or extending far beyond numbers. It impacts your sense of stability, your security, and overall well-being. So why financial stress is so pervasive? Um, it has been studied actually that money often ranks as a primary source of stress, right? So regardless of whether you are a student just entering the job market, or if you are from underserved communities such as some of the students, Fafali students, or if you are an athlete or a high earning professional or someone just juggling multiple incomes sources. So many of those archetypes of people can feel overwhelmed, because we kind of lack the clear understanding of our financial standing, and that will lead us to become ensnared in a web of bills, of taxes, of loans, investments, and that uncertainty that comes from the uncertainty that comes from fluctuating markets, hidden fees, or confusing financial statements breeds um, mental turmoil. And that confusion drives us to react in fear and not necessarily responding to our situations. So often, pursuing advice we don't fully comprehend from other people, or worse, when it comes to take vital financial decisions, we are dodging those decisions altogether due to maybe a feeling of being inundated or overwhelmed. So all of that creates a vicious circle, a vicious cycle, right? So financial anxiety, poor choices, increased stress that robs us of peace, but also robs us from being creative. And I think creativity is a big part of why we're feeling maybe some stress in our lives and not really able to unleash our creativity. So the underlying issue is not merely money, but is also the absence of clarity surrounding the management of money. So what I want to say is that clarity equals, um, I will not say control, but definitely it equals confidence in that sense. Because think about the empowerment that comes with having command over your financial decisions, not simply deferring to others, but genuinely understanding your financial landscape. Financial clarity allows us to filter through distractions, market speculation, misleading information, or the pressure to conform to unhelpful trends. And it helps us to focus on the facts. Uh, Clarity shows us where your income comes from, like planting seeds in your garden. Clarity also reveals your spending patterns, much like watering or weeding to keep things in balance in your garden. Clarity also helps you to see opportunities for growth or opportunities for flourishment, which is much like watching your plants sprout. So finally, clarity in that sense guides your financial protection, just like shielding your garden from pests or weather, some pesticides and the weather temperature. So each step of clarity ensures your financial well-being and your financial garden can thrive. And with clarity comes the power to make informed decision, confidently align with your values and align with your long-term aspirations. So it's not really about control. It's really about confidence that you can handle the ebb and flow of life, because life will throw at you some obstacles, some hurdles that you will have to overcome. So it's everything that has to do with maybe smelling worry, smelling the stress coming from your surroundings, but without really indulging in it. So that's really clarity. And it isn't control. And this confidence that you get from clarity fosters peace. It fosters peace and fosters a sense of satisfaction instead of merely reacting to circumstances. You proactively anticipate them. Your decisions are made from a place of insight, and your decisions are not made from a place of fear. So I think it was crucial to understand that financial clarity goes beyond wealth accumulation. It encompasses emotional health by fostering a sense of peace in traditionally stress-inducing area. We understand that gaining a clear roadmap to financial health liberates you to live with a lighter heart and with clearer thoughts. So the energy that was once consumed by financial stress can now be redirected towards your passion, towards quality of time with loved ones, or even your personal growth endeavors. Do I have a little bit more time? I just wanted to conclude. No, I have two more things to say. So when I said earlier that clarity builds confidence and confidence builds actually peace, that's kind of also what is underlying within all of the teachings, and I think that IVoT is providing students, because achieving financial clarity is a gradual process. It requires time to develop the skills necessary to analyze financial data or comprehend or understand reports and see beyond superficial advice. But even if it is a gradual process, the rewards are tremendous and significant, really. With clarity, you cultivate confidence in your financial management skills. No matter what challenge, like I said before, no matter what challenges arise, when you have this confidence, you move in alignment with what you really want to achieve and what you want out of your life, and how you might feel when you get what you want to achieve or what you want is that sense of satisfaction. So as I'm concluding here, there is an essential point that I want to make when it comes to financial clarity, is that this aspect of the quest for financial independence, which is kind of the belief that we can completely stand alone financially. And it's kind of a misconception because we don't exist in isolation. And I think this program that that Fafali is putting forth, this academy, actually shows this aspect of being in community and living in community and being literate as a community, which is very important. So we don't exist in isolation. Our financial situations is intertwined, so are intertwined with those around us, whether it's family members, partners, or even the broader market. So true financial wellness, let's say, or it's not about severing ties. It's really about recognizing our interconnectedness in this world and how our financial decisions affect or are affected by the choices made by others. So the impacts of our decisions resonates. The impacts of our decisions resonates throughout communities we are part of, and the relationship that we forge. So instead of really striving for independence, we kind of should embrace, or we get to, or we have the opportunity to embrace the mindset of interdependence, even in our way of learning, acknowledging that we can only succeed together as a unit. And by adopting this collective perspective on our financial futures, peace of mind, or that sense of satisfaction in your finances, in our finances, transforms from an individual gain or individual goal into a shared achievement. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Loic, thank you so much. Really powerful presentation from our Chief Culture Officer. Really, that's why he's our Chief Culture Officer. He's really expressing what this company stands for and making sure that we do stand strongly for that with our partners like Raymond. And I think the point again that the decisions you make with your money, not only impact yourself, but impact your family, they impact your local community. And even further down the road, as we say, when you walk into Starbucks and you buy a cup of coffee, that decision impacts a farm worker in somewhere else in the third world. And not being aware of the impact of your financial decisions has been, kind of the norm for the last 100 years of the global economy. And now we have the opportunity with technology and AI and all these things to bring transparency, to allow us to be responsible for our decisions, not only for ourselves, but for others. And as Loic said, and not live in fear, not hoard our money also, but realize that money provides us with great opportunities. Those who have money have incredible opportunities to do good things in the world that they're not yet doing. We really want to provide transparency and tools that not only enable people to make good decisions for themselves, but again, realize how much they can do well in the world with that. And maybe, Raymond and Loic, we can all come on and have a little bit of a discussion about all of this. I want to say, again, the work that Raymond does for the community in Ghana is amazing and is a model for work that Raymond and Fafali and IVoT want to, bring throughout Africa and also to other developing countries as well as into the developed world. Because one of the things that is ironic about all of this is financial illiteracy is as pervasive in the US, honestly, as it is in the developing world. It's just a different impact because there's more wealth, but still just tremendous problems and hoarding of that wealth, if I could call it. So anyway, thank you, Loic. And maybe you can just make us all equal size so I'm not the big guy my head's already big enough. But And by the way, Selassie, who's one of our trainers, in Ghana, is messaging, here about Loic's message. I want to first of all take a moment before we keep going to thank Gala, who's our head of design and head of IVoT Latam, for putting this together and keeping us going here on the back end. So again, this is the first of many events, but I really appreciate Gala's put a lot of effort into putting this together on relatively short notice. So we'll have more time to organize the future events, and they will keep becoming bigger and better. Secondly, let me reemphasize that the point of this event is to support Fafali. So please make a donation on the link in the description. We are, again, it's an affordable concept here. We're asking for $11 to sponsor a student for a month. And also, again, those funds will go to Fafali for their work. $44 to sponsor a student in Ghana for 6 months. And again, your donation will also give you access to our training, or $108 for a 1-year subscription, a 1-year support of a student in Ghana, and a 1-hour training session with one of our IVoT financial professionals. So again, please donate. And now maybe we can talk a little bit more about how IVoT works with Fafali and how the program works. Atsriku, for example, who's in the background here chatting in the chat, is a trainer for us in Ghana working with our students. And Atsriku started learning the IVoT platform and how to use our tools about a year ago. And again, that includes the personal money system tools and the programs to learn how to use those, and the investing tools, which teach you how to be a fundamental long-term investor. And let me just say, the banks like it when you save your money, because they will make much more money with your money than you will in your savings account, right? So we want to teach you to become an investor. People are afraid of investors, talking about Loic's comments about fear, because they see the market going up and down and up and down. It looks like a roller coaster, looks really risky. But in fact, if you're a long-term investor, which is what we teach, you ignore the daily ups and downs of the markets, and you say, well, I know historically, very consistently, if you are a long-term investor, you will on average make 10% per year. And that's the goal of our training and the goal of our tools, to enable you to achieve that as an individual, and bring those skills to enrich your community, going back to Loic's concept of not being isolated. And also through our investment training, really learning how the global economy works, because again, your decisions have an impact outside of yourself, with your family, with your community, etc. So our technology is still, we're about to launch what I would call our phase 1 commercial product in November. We've been offering this product for testing on a third-party platform called Mighty Network. And if you join right now, you'll still access our product through that network. But starting in November, we'll be offering all of our tools and training through our own custom-built platform. And that's super exciting. And we're super exciting to offer that to the students in Ghana, who you're hopefully sponsoring right now, to the students in the United States. And we offer our training to university students right now. And we are in some very interesting conversations to offer them in other markets. And we are also offering the programs right now in Latin America and Peru through IVoT Latam. So we have IVoT Africa, we have IVoT Latam, and we have IVoT US. We are a little company with huge aspirations, if I can say, because our view, again, going to Lloyd's point, is true financial literacy is actually almost non-existent globally. I can say that. And again, I'm a financial professor. I work with students, and even, having worked on Wall Street for 20 years, which is a lot of where my ideas come from, people on Wall Street, for the most part, don't really understand investing. It's just the truth. I tell that to my students. Anyway, enough of that. I think, what we can say now is that we would like you to support our work in Ghana, that we're just getting started. And maybe Raymond, do you have any, I know you've been around IVoT and this whole concept for about 4 years, literally. You've seen it evolve. And that, I think, is exciting for both of us, you and I together. I think we're like brothers in arms, really. And, any thoughts on that? Anything you'd like to say about financial literacy and the importance in your community, even for yourself? I know, you're a businessman, right? I mean, in the end, you want to build a sustainable solution for your community, not just something that's going to, these donations are going to create a sustainable solution for your students, not just a charity that's going to need more and more funding, right?
Yeah, I mean, personally, it has sharpened my fundraising ability. Knowing about money, how to manage money, it makes you know how to approach people and ask them for money. Because
Interesting.
because it's something that I also know about through these lessons that I've taken from IVoT, the IVoT classes and stuff, and about private equity and stuff like that, how to properly how to value your business. Because if you value your business, then if you can project 3 years ahead of time and all those things, is going to help you to know how to fundraise and how to even manage certain things in the nonprofit world. Personally, now we are looking at investment. Before IVAT, I wasn't interested in long-term investment. But now that I've taken the class, and Selassie is ahead of all of us, he's part of the Fafali team. Now we are talking to people about investing. Okay, and believe me or not, it's working. In the office, we talk to people and say, "Hey, are you investing? Do you have any stock?" and all the stuff. And it's beautiful. Before, we didn't have these conversations simply because we didn't know. So, me personally, it's my personal goal that people need to learn about how to manage their finances. You see, sometimes poverty is not just about not having this or not having that and stuff like that. Because when we think about poverty, we think about, okay, because we don't have money or we don't have this much of money. In Africa, we have everything. If you can manage your finances, if you can save, if you can budget, it's going to help you a lot. You see, the basic things that you can need, you see, you don't need million. If you are poor and they give you $1 million, you end up being poor because you don't know how to manage your money. That's why you need to learn how to manage your money. Personal what is it called in IVoT?
The personal money system.
Yeah, you need to know stuff like this. So
Yeah, you need to know how to run your system. Yeah.
yes, if you
Well,
can write.
with modern technology, right, with the investment apps, a student in Ghana like Atriku is able to buy the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is essentially the 500 biggest companies in the world. And, I think psychologically, it's so interesting and important to know that you can be an owner of the global economy, even living in Ghana, even if it's with, $2 a week, whatever. We're teaching your students to try to set aside whatever they can, and again, and become, an owner. And they can own the global economy, or they can become an owner of Nike or whatever companies that really float their boat, that excite them, to realize that they're not just victims of the global economy, that they can become owners. It's a completely different mindset. And, working on this with Selassie has been super inspiring because he's really gotten deep into it. And he's in our advanced analyst training program, and literally learning how to do deep analysis and value stocks. And, this is something that, becomes a career if the students want, right? Because literally people with these skills get paid hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. And we hope to create a whole army of analysts in Ghana who can compete in the global economy in understanding finance, the ones who really want to go deep down our path. Because again, we start very basic, again, 5th grade level, and we go all the way down to the skills that can teach you to run a hedge fund on Wall Street and start your own company. All of these skills are available through our tools and training. So it is exciting that way, and it's exciting to see how it resonates with students in Ghana. One more thing, just to say about that. Another thing dealing with students in Ghana is they don't have a lot of money, right? So they are living a life in which they're somewhat depressed because they don't see opportunity. And that's something we address at IVoT through scenarios, right? So they get to play through avatars what it is to live in Brooklyn. It may sound weird, but it's cool for these students to be able to say, okay, I'm going to have 11,000 IVoTs to invest. So they can become a real investor right away. And they can play a scenario of what it means to live as a student in Brooklyn with income and expenses of living in the developed world, and begin to experience a kind of more normal financial life, even if they can't access it right away. And I honestly, Raymond, I was concerned when we began that with them that they might find that depressing or wouldn't want to do that. But I think it's been the opposite. They really like kind of knowing that there is something else out. And obviously IVoT's working to make it more accessible, not only through simulations, but through real experience.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
And it's also the material. I mean, you can take an interesting topic or subject or whatever and still mess it up. But with IVoT, the presentation and stuff like that is going to interest you. So I think the courses are very great, and it's very friendly, and people can understand it, and they can put themselves in their shoes of what is going on, how they are analyzing the businesses and stuff like that, and they want to invest. So I also want to use this opportunity to thank you guys at IVoT for making this course very, very simple and very easy to comprehend. And like your your presentation that you just did was amazing, and thank you for that. I think it's something that we can, the same class maybe high for the Fafali student, because I love it. So thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Raymond. Yeah, thanks, Loic. Thank you, Loic, too. Yeah, it was amazing, really powerful. So we're going to wrap now. I think just to wrap it up again, we are really honored to be supporting Fafali this evening. We're grateful to their team for all that they do in Ghana for students, and we see a huge opportunity going forward with them. Our product and technology is going to continue to evolve and expand and become even more accessible, Raymond. We're going to soon have an AI co-pilot that will help you personally to overcome any challenges you have in our program and to find the right tools and training that will make you inspired to learn. That's really an important goal. And the thing about our program is it's very personalized. We can really customize it to what you're interested in. If it's sports, if it's fashion, if it's technology, we can customize our training to orient you in things you really want to learn about. And by the way, the one fundamental aspect of this that is at the base is everyone cares about money. I mean, that's just the reality. Everyone, not only should they care, they do, but they may be afraid of it. They may be stressed. And that was Loic's point, is we want to bring you into a sound, confident relationship with money through our tools and training. And we know we can do that. We've already seen it. And we're really excited as our technology is evolving to make it more and more available and accessible to people. Loic, did you have anything else you wanted to add before we close out tonight?
No, I just wanted to thank Raymond, because, like I said, it's kind of reciprocal. It's a mutual relationship. So your dedication to your vision and mission help us improve our own vision and mission, and let us know that really it's together that we can make this work. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, again, please donate. We will, again, we're one of the things IVoT stands for is financial transparency. So we will provide on our website, post this. We'll collect all the data from the donations, and we'll give everyone very clear, results of this first event and of our future events and of how the funds are being donated. All of this money, by the way, is going to Fafali. When you buy the subscriptions, you're also sponsoring students in Ghana to get our training. So that's super appreciated by all of us. I think what we'll just do to close today is show one more time the Fafali video and of the kids that we're really here for, the kids of the future, right? I mean, this is the future of Ghana. This is the future of Africa. This is the future of our world. And we really have made this program, as Raymond said, accessible, really starting in 5th grade. And we will be offering these programs through more and more accessible programming to younger and younger children, because these are basic life skills. Understanding money deeply is actually a basic life skill. So again, thank you, everyone. And we will be doing this again soon. Thank you, Raymond. Thank you, Loic. Thank you, Gala. Thank you, all of you who've watched, and thank you who have donated.
Thank you too.
The Fafali organization is a registered nonprofit organization, or NGO, based in Ghana. Our primary focus is on empowering underserved and marginalized children throughout Africa, one community at a time. Presently, we are dedicated to supporting marginalized children in the Anamal and Kpoviadzi electoral areas of Ghana, typically ranging in age from 5 to 18 years old. Fafali's initiatives encompass a wide range of programs, including education, environmental and sanitation, gender equality, sports, and entrepreneurship at Fafali. Our motto is "We see, we care, we give," reflecting our commitment to positively impacting these children's lives.